and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be talking about purchases that I believe are totally worth it. So when I say purchases that I think are worth it, I'm not talking about purchases that I was excited about for a day or two, but rather purchases that have brought long-term value to my life for months or even for years to come. So the first purchase that I know for a fact is definitely worth the investment, and that is a gym membership. So right now I actually don't have a gym membership because my apartment offers a gym as part of the amenities, but I am still kind of paying for it regardless because I'm paying rent here. But before I moved to an apartment that had a gym, I did have a gym membership. I actually had a gym membership at Planet Fitness where I was paying $20 a month. The reason a gym membership is worth it is because there is nothing better to invest in than your health. Because if you are not healthy now, you are going to be literally paying for it down the road in medical bills and medications and who knows what else. So for 10 to 20 bucks a month at Planet Fitness, it was totally worth it for me. I know some gyms can run up to $100 to $200 a month. Obviously, it really just depends on where your priorities are. We did look into a rock climbing gym, but ultimately decided that it was a little out of our budget. And for the most part, I just want somewhere where I can jog, do weightlifting, and then do stretching and things like that. Not only do I have more energy throughout the day when I have a regular workout schedule, but I also sleep so much better. Working out regularly just gives you so many benefits. And I know a lot of people would say you don't have to have a gym to work out, and they are totally right. You can do calisthenics at your house. You can just go jog outside. For me, I really love having the machines and the different weights available, and just to have a space that feels like a community where I can go and see other people achieving their goals. Just being in a space where other people are working out really motivates me. I definitely think a gym membership is absolutely worth the investment. If my apartment didn't have a gym, I would definitely still be paying for a gym elsewhere. I know it's something that definitely helps me. I absolutely believe in preventative medicine, and I would rather take care of my body now at 25 instead of be paying for it years down the road and just, regretting the fact that I didn't keep in shape. So on the same note as investing in a gym membership, I also think quality gym shoes are a must. I've always heard the saying to invest your money in anything that's touching the ground, so your tires and your shoes and also your mattress, because getting good sleep is important. So I definitely recommend to invest in a good pair of gym shoes. My Nikes recently just kind of wore out, so I went and bought some Under Armour shoes. They were only $70, which I don't think is bad for tennis shoes at all, and they are very comfortable and great for running in. I also invested in some really good Nike socks and some cushioned Adidas socks. So I was working out in just some cheap socks that I had bought several years back, but it really does make a big difference in your performance if you have quality socks and quality shoes. Because not only will that help you get a better workout in, but it's going to help your body in the fact that everything relates to your feet. If you are wearing shoes that are not a good fit for you, whether they are worn out or they're too tight or too wide, that affects your entire back. And if you work a sedentary job and you're working out in shoes that don't fit you right, you're combining sitting at a desk with, working out in these bad shoes, and you're just gonna be all out of sorts. Your back is not gonna be happy. So I think it's definitely worth it to purchase some worthwhile gym shoes. Mine usually wear out within a year, so I usually budget for that every single year. I know in the fall is when I always have to repurchase my tennis shoes. So not only do I use my tennis shoes for the gym when I work out, but I also wear them when I walk my dog and when I go on hikes on the weekends. So they do get plenty of use at the end of the day. So I don't feel bad at all for spending the money on a good quality pair of tennis shoes as well as nice socks that can really just take care of my feet a lot better. So my next purchase that I think was absolutely worth it was my food processor. I had been wanting a food processor for honestly several years now, but I never really took the time to sit down and do my research, and I just kind of felt overwhelmed because I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a brand that maybe wasn't that great and it was gonna break in like a month or two. Eventually, I had enough and I just ordered a Hamilton Beach food processor off of Amazon. It was less than $40 and I was still pretty apprehensive that it was going to break, but I've had it since February now and it has been life-changing. If you cook a lot, you have to have a food processor. I feel like I was wasting so much time when I was making dinner just like chopping things. Now I can just throw them all in the food processor and it has it all chopped up in like 3 seconds. Another unexpected benefit of having a food processor is that I learned how to make homemade hummus. Before, I was buying hummus from the grocery store, and you know, hummus is probably like $5 a container. I think that's what I was paying, about $5 a container. And we went through hummus really quickly. It's definitely like a snack that we just always have in the house. So I would buy, you know, 1 to 2 containers a week. So I'd be spending anywhere between $5 to $10 a week on hummus. Now that I make my own hummus, not only is it significantly cheaper, but it's actually so much better because I know exactly what goes into it. It also literally tastes way better than the hummus that I was buying. I've not had any hummus that has been better than the hummus that I make at home in my food processor. So if you are somebody who enjoys homemade food, you enjoy cooking, totally recommend a food processor. It really is one of those appliances that adds value to your life. It's not one of those things that's just wasting space in your kitchen, like, you know, an ice cream maker or something you use like once a year. I genuinely use the food processor multiple times a week, and for how cheap it was, like how much value it's added to my life is insane, and I will never go without a food processor again. So the next thing that I think is absolutely worth it, it's not necessarily a product, but could be multiple products, and that is having a good skincare routine. And I don't mean this coming from a place of vanity, although it is nice to have nice skin and not feel bad about that, but also just coming from a skin cancer perspective. I live in Texas, I've talked about this before, and I did not start wearing sunscreen regularly until about a year or 2 ago, which is insane. I know all over the internet people talk about wearing sunscreen, but it's not really something that I learned besides when I was going swimming in the summer. Now I apply sunscreen to my face every day, even if I expect to be inside all day. I still put on sunscreen, and I feel better knowing that I'm being a little more proactive with my skin health. Cancer runs in my family, and so it's definitely something I've considered. I'm really outdoorsy, I'm outside a lot of the time, so protecting my skin, literally my largest organ, is super important to me. From a vanity side, it is nice to have nice skin. Now that I have like got my skin in order, I am a lot more confident, and it doesn't have to be expensive either. The majority of the products I use come from The Ordinary, which is a really affordable brand. Most of the products range between $6 to $10, and then you can get really affordable sunscreens as well. Your skin is your largest organ, so taking that extra time to take care of it, keep it hydrated, keep it protected from the sun, I think that is definitely worth it, and it's something that I know I will appreciate when I am a lot older. The next product that I absolutely believe is well worth your money is a reusable water bottle. I've talked about this one before. This is from the brand, I don't know how you say it, Takea. I still don't know how you say it. This is amazing. This is a 32-ounce bottle, and it's completely insulated. So I can put cold water in this and leave it in my car all day in like 100-degree weather, and I can come back out and it is still cold. If you're someone who wants to drink more water, you can use a reusable water bottle as sort of a guideline for how much water you should get in a day. You can aim to finish your entire bottle before lunch and then refill it and try to finish it before dinner. It's just an easy way to remember to drink more water. I'm super paranoid about getting stranded in a car somewhere with no water and like dying on the side of the road. So I always keep my reusable water bottle with me, and I keep it topped off. It's come in handy so many times when I'm out and about and I'm just like terrified I'm gonna die of dehydration. That's a real fear of mine. It's great from an economic and an ecological standpoint. Nobody should be buying plastic water bottles if they can help it. They are horrible for the earth. I've seen a lot of articles talking about how there may be microplastics in a lot of plastic water bottles, and that is really scary. Economically, it's so much cheaper to just fill up your water bottle at home and drink that during the day, as opposed to spending like $2 to $3 on literally bottled water. It's theft, and a lot of those companies are absolutely horrible, and it's just not something that we should be supporting. But my reusable water bottle has definitely helped me to drink more water because I always have it with me, and it's cool to know at the end of the day that I filled it up like 2 times and I'm almost out, so I know I've definitely got my water intake for the day. So the last purchase that I'm going to mention in this video is something I've touched upon on previous videos, and that is my subscription to YNAB, which is called You Need a Budget. This is a budgeting software that is really popular. It is unlike any budgeting software that I've ever used before. I tried to use Mint before, and I hated Mint. I hated it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way that it was set up, and I felt like it didn't really get me anywhere, that I was just wasting my time with it. When I first heard about YNAB, I thought it was a really cool concept, but at the same time, I was pretty skeptical just because I was literally trying to learn about budgeting and saving money, and this software wants me to pay like $7 a month for their services. So I was like, why would I pay money to save money? Now that I have gone through the trial and I've actually purchased YNAB, I am a full convert. I'm a full believer. I think it's well worth the $84 a year that you spend on it because you're saving so much more. I love being able to go on there and see where literally every penny of mine is going. It's one of those softwares that it's hard to explain until you use it, and you just get really hooked on it. People have paid off thousands and thousands of dollars of debt using it, and if Excel or something like that works well for you, then that is awesome. But some people need a more visual way of seeing their income and their expenditures, and that's definitely me. I love the way it's set up because I can visually see like everything in a pie chart, and I can see what percentage of my income is being spent on fixed expenses versus like dining out, and I can look and adjust things as I need to. I could talk about it all day, but I think it's totally worth it. With YNAB, I can totally feel like I'm in absolute control of my finances. I can set goals. I can save the money that I need to be saving. I definitely think it's a worthwhile investment if you are proactive in your finances, or if you're not proactive in your finances and you want to get a better handle on things. I would definitely recommend checking it out. They do have a free 30-day trial, and I will actually leave my link below. I believe if you use my link, you will get a free month and I will get a free month. So you don't have to use that obviously, but if you are interested, it will be in the description box below. Well, that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I would love to hear some purchases that you have made that you believe have added significant value to your life. Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.